Did you know that 60% of wealthy families lose their wealth by the second generation, and 90% lose it by the third? It's a shocking fact that highlights how difficult it can be to pass down not just money, but also the mindset that made the wealth in the first place. So, what's the secret to making sure kids don't just inherit wealth, but also the discipline to grow it? In this video, we'll dive into how wealthy parents instill the kind of discipline that sets their kids up for success. From the moment they're born, these kids are taught how to think, act, and live in a way that ensures not just wealth, but true financial independence. We'll look at how wealthy families raise their kids with a different mindset, shaping them into self-disciplined, resilient individuals who don't just coast through life. Ready to learn how wealthy parents raise their kids to be the next generation of leaders, investors, and entrepreneurs? Let's get started. Chapter 1. The Power of Early Exposure. Wealth as a learning lab. Wealthy parents often start shaping their children's mindset before they even enter school. By the time they're toddlers, many kids from affluent families have already been exposed to books, business meetings, and educational trips. In fact, research shows that early exposure to new experiences is linked to higher cognitive development and emotional intelligence. Kids who grow up around entrepreneurial thinking and problem-solving are more likely to develop a growth mindset. It's not about giving them everything, but about exposing them to the right tools, whether it's financial literacy or creative thinking. Wealthy families also invest in early education that emphasizes discipline, resilience, and responsibility. For example, children might be encouraged to manage a small allowance, learning the basics of budgeting and saving before they even hit middle school. This early exposure isn't just about wealth. It's about how wealth creates opportunities for learning and growth, setting kids up for success in school and life. Studies show that a child's brain forms 90% of its capacity by age 5, which is why these early lessons can make a lasting impact. Chapter 2. Mastering the Art of Self-Control. The delayed gratification principle. One of the most powerful lessons wealthy parents teach their children is delayed gratification. Wealthy parents don't just give their kids what they want when they want it. Instead, they teach them the value of waiting. The famous marshmallow test, conducted by psychologist Walter Mischel in the 1960s, found that children who could delay gratification were more successful later in life. Those who waited for the second marshmallow scored higher on SAT tests, had better health, and enjoyed more career success. Wealthy parents often apply this principle to money and material things. They encourage their children to save for something they truly want rather than buy it instantly. For instance, they may set up a savings account for their children, teaching them to set goals and work toward them. Teaching kids to delay gratification builds emotional resilience, helping them handle setbacks and make thoughtful, long-term decisions. Chapter 3. Routines over rules. How wealthy families structure daily life. Wealthy families often focus more on routines than rules when it comes to discipline. Instead of enforcing strict rules, they build a structured day that encourages self-discipline. For example, kids in affluent families might follow a daily routine that includes time for study, play, and chores, which reinforces time management and prioritization. A study from the University of Minnesota shows that children with structured routines perform better academically and are less likely to engage in risky behavior. Parents may start their kids' day with a set breakfast time, followed by a block of time for homework or reading. Having consistent routines gives children a sense of security, teaching them to be responsible for their actions. A solid daily structure helps kids balance their time, practice self-control, and avoid distractions. Wealthy families also allow their children to have some input in their daily schedules, teaching them the importance of responsibility and decision-making. If you're enjoying these insights, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss the next chapter on how wealthy families teach their children to give back. Chapter 4. Legacy Beyond Money. The Power of Giving Back. Wealthy parents often instill discipline by encouraging their children to give back to the community. Rather than just passing on wealth, they teach their kids about the importance of philanthropy. For example, families may involve their children in charitable activities or encourage them to volunteer, which fosters a sense of empathy and gratitude. In fact, a study from the University of Chicago found that children who engage in community service develop better social skills and a greater sense of responsibility. Wealthy families often make philanthropy a family tradition, where kids learn to allocate funds to causes they care about. By teaching kids the value of giving, they not only learn about discipline but also about the importance of creating a positive impact. Wealthy parents emphasize that wealth is not just about accumulation but about using resources to make the world a better place. Involving children in these efforts helps them understand the value of hard work, generosity, and empathy. Chapter 5. Confidence, not complacency. Raising resilient, self-made kids. Wealthy families understand that discipline isn't just about following rules. It's also about building character. They teach their children resilience by allowing them to face challenges on their own. For instance, children may be given small responsibilities early on, such as managing their own schedules or completing chores. These tasks teach them that success requires effort and discipline. In fact, research from the American Psychological Association suggests that kids who learn to overcome obstacles develop a stronger sense of self-worth and emotional resilience. Wealthy parents also emphasize the importance of failure as part of the learning process. Instead of sheltering their kids from disappointment, they encourage them to bounce back after setbacks. This approach helps children build the mental toughness needed to succeed in life. It's not about being perfect, it's about being persistent and learning from mistakes. As business mogul Warren Buffett once said, "It's good to learn from your mistakes. It's better to learn from other people's mistakes." Chapter 6. Think like an investor. Teaching kids to value opportunities, not just money. Another key discipline wealthy parents instill in their children is the ability to think like investors. This isn't just about making money, it's about recognizing and seizing opportunities. Wealthy parents encourage their kids to view the world through an entrepreneurial lens. For instance, children may be taught to look at challenges as opportunities for growth, whether it's in business, education, or personal development. By teaching their kids to value opportunity over immediate financial reward, these parents instill a mindset of long-term success. A study from Harvard Business School found that people with an entrepreneurial mindset are more likely to succeed in their careers and create lasting wealth. Kids who grow up learning to think strategically often end up with better problem-solving skills and a greater sense of independence. They learn to ask questions like, "What's the potential here?" and "How can I turn this into something valuable?" By learning these skills at an early age, they're not just learning to manage money. They're learning how to create wealth and value in the world. As investor Richard Branson said, "Business opportunities are like buses, there's always another one coming." If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to get more insights on how to raise kids with the mindset of success. Wealthy parents don't just give their children the best education or the most material things. They give them the discipline to succeed in life. Through early exposure to positive influences, delayed gratification, structured routines, philanthropy, resilience, and an entrepreneurial mindset, they teach their kids to become independent, thoughtful, and successful adults. The discipline they instill isn't just about following rules. It's about creating a mindset that fosters growth, responsibility, and long-term success.